This is the Roulette Master, and I'm so excited today to share with you an incredible new roulette system. This is called the Progressive Pro Roulette System by Donald, and this one looks amazing to me. I can't wait to test this out. And today we're going to test this incredible new system up against another fantastic system. This is going to be Kentuck White's Moving Corners. We're going to start with that first, and let's go ahead and place the bets. And Merry Christmas, everyone, and hope you're having a great holiday. So here we go. We're going to have $5 on two corners. We'll start top left. That's 8 numbers covered, $10 total bet. And let's spin. That's a 30 red, so we lost the first spin. And no problem. All we're going to do now is we're going to add one more corner. That brings us to $15 total bet. And now all of a sudden, instead of 8 numbers, we're going to have 12 numbers covered. And let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 21 red. Okay, we lost, and when we add the fourth corner, which we're about to do, we're going to double those from $5 to $10. Now all of a sudden we have 16 numbers covered and 10 on each. That's a $40 total bet. The great thing about the moving corner system from Kentuck White is the more times you lose, the better chance you have of hitting the next spin. But we lost again there, and now we're going to have a great chance of hitting because we're going to have 5 corners. And this one we add in at 10 because the rest of them are already at 10. Now we're going to go ahead and double. And now all of a sudden we have $100, 20 on each of the corners, and there's 20 numbers covered. So now we have a fantastic chance of hitting. Let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. That's an 8 black. All right, that's an $80 win. We're up 15. We'll go top right and start again. And here we go. And I'll show you what happens as we go through this. If you lose with the 5, what to do next. And that's a fantastic win there. That's a $35 win. Now all of a sudden we're up 50. And that's why we start with just 8 numbers, because if you do hit them early, it's a fantastic win, just like that. And if you don't win them, it's no big deal. You're going to get one pretty soon, because with each spin, you're going to have a better chance of hitting. That's because we're adding more numbers. So let's go ahead and do that and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 3 red. Lost again. So now we add the fourth one in. That's when you double. So all the 5s go to 10 now, and that puts us with a $40 bet and 16 numbers covered. There we go. That's a 16 red. Fantastic. That's a win. Now we're up $75. We'll go bottom left and spin. Here we go. We're 2.5 minutes in out of 15. Already doing fantastic. And that's a 27 red, and that is a loss. So let's add our third corner in and spin. Here we go. And let's see what we get here. That's a 33 black. That's another loss. So we add the fourth corner in now. And then we double. That puts all the 5s to 10. And then there's 4 bets out there, so that's $40. That's a 29 black. And we lost, but again, once we start getting to the 5th one we're about to add, which we add at 10 because the rest are already there, once we get to 5 corners, we have a fantastic chance of hitting. That's a 34 red. And we missed it. So we're going to add 6 corners now. And we're going to make sure that we put this one in at 20 because the rest are already there. And then we're going to double that. Now we're at 240 total bet. And now we have an extremely good chance of hitting. That's a 26 black. And that's a win. Now when you get a win on the 6th one, you're not in session profit. So what you do is you go ahead and first of all, you take off the 6th corner, and then all of a sudden you go back basically a double. So we're going to go from 240 back to 120. Okay, and let's make sure that those are on there right. So when we go to 120, let's see. I'm sorry. Let me make sure that's right. We were at 240 total bet. Let's go ahead and put those back up there. So they started at 3, then they went to 4, then you double. Okay, then you add the 5th one in at 10, and then you go ahead and double. I'm sorry, it goes back to 140 from 240. Okay, so that's our now we're at 5, and then we go ahead and spin. So basically, you go back a level, and here we go. And that's a double 0. That's not good for any of us there. So if that happens, we go back to 6. Okay, so remember these are all at 20, so we put this one in at 20, and then we double it to 240 and spin. Now we're back to where we were before. And we have a great chance of hitting, though, with this many numbers covered. That's a 25 red. Okay, that's a win. So now we go back to that 140 again. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and that didn't come off right again. So let's go ahead and put them back out there again. And so remember, it starts with 2, and then it goes to 3, and then you double. And then you put the 4th, I'm sorry. Let's get that right again. The 3rd one, 1, 2, 3, and then once you add the 4th one, you double. Okay, and then you add the 5th one in at 10, and then you, and then once you do that, then you have. Let me make sure that's right. 5, 10, 15, and then they all go to 10. That puts you at a $40 bet. Okay, let me make sure that's right. Sorry about that, guys. I just want to make sure you guys get this right. So once you have the 40 out there like that, then when you add the 5th one in, it's at 10, and then you double all those. So that gets you that $100 bet level. Okay, let's go ahead and spin, and here we go. Just want to make sure you put those out there right. And that's a 23 red. Okay, that's an $80 win. So now we're back up 130. And we restart. So as we go through this, I'm going to find a better way of showing you how to do that. Let's just keep playing. And but basically, you're going back to where you were before you had the 6 corners. You're going back to where you were with the 5. So that's a $35 win. We're up 165. That was a good win there. And let's add these 2 in and spin. Just want to make sure that you guys have the right bets on those. And that's a 15 black. That's a loss. Let's add the 3rd corner in. There we go, and spin. And I think I messed up one of those when I went back a little bit. But the idea is that you go back to where you were before when you had the 5 corners. So that's a nice win there. We'll go top left this time. And we're at 185 right now. Let's go ahead and spin. The good thing is we're doing fantastic with this system as usual. That's a 7 red. That's a loss. So let's add the 3rd corner in. And spin. All right, here we go. That's a 31 black. And don't worry, I'm going to go over all that again to make sure we get that right, guys, because I don't want you guys to have any question in your mind let's go ahead now and let's double that. Now that we're at 4. Because when you add the first 3, you're not doubling anything. When you add the 4th one, you are doubling like we just did there. And then when you add the 5th one in, it goes in at 10 because the rest are already at 10. And then you double. So when you drop back from 6 to 5, it just goes back to here where we have 20 on each basically. So it's 100. It's not 140. So let's go ahead and spin right there. And here we go. So it goes from 100 to 240 and then 240 back to 100 if you win. So, oh good, we get to do it again. So you guys get to see. I'm glad that we can rectify that. So now we have 20 on each. So we put 20 out there. Then we double. And then we spin. So if we win this one, we go back to the $100 bet. And that's 20 on each. It's probably easier just to put them back out again. But we lost right there. That's crazy. So, okay, so since we lost there, we're going to have to now, we're going to see how much is on each corner, which is 40, which means if you put 2 out there, that'd be 20. So what we're going to do is we're going to have, let me make sure that's right, 40, so 20. So we'd put 20 on a split, and then we do that again. Okay, then we would double. So let's go ahead and do that and spin. Now we're at 560 total bet. And then if we win this, we go back to the 240. Okay? And that was lucky that we put that split out there. That was a nice $160 win. We're still at minus 60 though, and the reason why that is now we have to take those two off and go back to that 240 bet. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay? Okay, let's make sure those are right. So if we're at 240 each, yep, they're back at 40 each again. Okay, perfect. So now we're back. We took the splits off. And that means if we win this, we go back to that $100 bet on the 5 corners. But we lost, so we have to add the splits back now. Okay, so we're at minus 300 out of a $2,000 bankroll. So let's add those splits back in. Remember, they're at 40 each, so that means each split would go in at 20. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's add the 2 at 20, then we double to 560 and spin. That's a 12 red. Okay, now that's a win, so we take those splits off now. So let's go ahead and do that. So basically we go back to the 240, which we were at before. Oh, I gotta put that one back out there. Okay, now we're back at the 240, which was $40 on each. And that's 6 corners, 24 numbers covered. Now, if we win this one, we go back to the $100 bet with 20 on 5 corners. And that's a 33 black. Okay, so we got the win there. Now we're still at minus 20, though. So now we take off the 240, and we go back to the 5 corners at 20 each for 100. Okay. Let me make sure that's right. Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's spin. My goodness, and that's a 00. So we lost there, so now we're going to have to go back to adding the 6th corner in again. So let's go ahead and do that. And so those are at 20 each. Okay, so we get them all at 20, then we double back to that 240 with 6 corners. Okay, that's a 3 red. Okay, that's a $120 win. And now all of a sudden, we're going to take those off and we're going to go back to the $100 bet, which is 20 on 5 corners. So I'm glad that we're having so many losses so that you guys can see how to work your way through this. I'm sorry I messed that up earlier when I was trying to go backwards and I made a mistake and did a 140 bet instead of 100. Okay, but we just lost again. So this is not normal, but I'm glad you're getting to see this, guys. So, so we're going to add the 6th one back in at 20. Then we double. Now we're back at that 240 level with 6 corners. Okay, it's good to see what happens when you get really bad numbers and what to do next. Because we just lost again. Now we have to add those splits back. So let's go ahead and do that. And remember, we have to add those in at 20 each and then double. So that puts it at a 560 total bet. And here we go. That's a 16 red. And we lost again. My goodness. Okay, so if that happens, then all we can do from there, and let's make sure we have enough to do so. We have $1,100 left in the bankroll. We would have to double, but we don't. We're going to have to take those splits off now because we don't have enough in the bankroll to do that. So let's go ahead and put that back out there, and let's take those splits off. Normally, you would leave these out there if you had the money in the bankroll to keep them. But we're going to go ahead and we're gonna spend right here with with 6. We're going to keep the 6 corners. We're just going to get rid of the splits. So let's go ahead and spend. We don't have enough left in the bankroll to double that with the splits on there, and that's a 5 red. Okay, that's a $240 win. Now we're going to have to go back to we're going to have to take off the sixth corner now. The problem is we were supposed to be on the split still, so we're going to have to repeat this bet at 480 because we had to skip a step there because we were out of bankroll. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. That's a 32 red. Okay, that's a 240 win. We're at minus 420. And now all of a sudden we're going to have to take off the sixth corner. But let's make sure we can get that back with the 420. I think we're going to have to repeat this one more time because we didn't have that in our bankroll. So let's go ahead and do that. That's a 26 black. Okay, there's a 240 win. Now we're at minus 180. Let's go ahead now and let's see if we can do that. If we take that off there, we're still not going to have enough to get us out. We're going to have to do that one more time. So this isn't ideal. This isn't what Kentuck White would normally do, but we were out of bankroll, so we had to skip a step there. Okay, there's a 240 win. Now we're up 60. So now let's go ahead and we'll take off the sixth one. Just like that, and we'll go back to 5. And then all of a sudden, let's go ahead and take that from 400 back down a level. So let's go back to the 5 now at 100. Okay, so remember to get there. Now we have 20 each on 5. That's back where we were before. We got to work our way back one more here. And that's a 22 black. And we lost. So if that happens, and we have the bankroll to do so now. So now we just go back to the sixth one again. So we put that in at 20. So they're all at 20. Then we double.
No more bets.
And at least we got ourselves back on track now. Now we're going to have to work our way back down, though. That's a 17 black. And I think we got the win there. Okay, we got the win there. So we're up 80. Now we're going to work our way back down to the fifth one. And let's go ahead and we'll go back to that $100 bet with 20 on each and spin. And hopefully we can get a win here and restart. That's a 12 red. Okay, so it worked out, but unfortunately we didn't have enough to play the system the way it was supposed to. We ran out of bankroll a little bit, and we got lucky and got a few wins in a row at that high bet amount. But we ended up winning $160 in just over 15 minutes. So we recovered. But I hope that you learned from my mistakes on that one. And that was good to have us work through that together. The best way to recover if you don't quite have the money to place the next bet. But obviously we had more losses than what's normal with that system. But that's good because you should see that happen every once in a while so that you know how to deal with situations like that. Let me know down in the comments what you think. And I know I made a mistake earlier on that one bet, but make sure that if you do go from the 240 with 6, then you go back to the $100 bet with the fifth with the 5 corners, and then you can go back and start over again. And this is a fantastic system which I know a lot of people love. So keep testing it out and let me know what you guys think down in the comments as usual. But now I'm excited. This is an incredible new roulette system that was just sent in today by one of my subscribers, Donald. This is a Progressive Pro roulette system. Let's jump right into it and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the Progressive Pro roulette system by Donald. And this system starts out like Play Like a Pro, but then it completely changes if you lose at the $40 level. For those of you that don't know how to play Like a Pro, let's go over how that works. So we have 6 outside bets, 1 to 18, even, red, black, odd, and 19 to 36. You're looking for 2 in a row to start your bet. So we have 2 red, so we could start with black for $10. And that's what makes it to where you don't have to hardly ever sit out because you have 6 bets to choose from. Now, occasionally you will have to spin without betting, but we just lost that one, so we're going to go 10 to 20. Now, normally this doubles all the way up to $480, but not with this one today. In fact, if you lose at the $40 level, this is going to transform into a different system. So we have a $40 bet now on black. If we lose this, it's going to change everything. Okay, so we lost. Okay, so what Donald says to do is, if you lose at the $40 level, you go back to 10. And then you start counting your losses, and you start with the number 4. That's a 34 red. So now all of a sudden we have 5, and we're going to put 10 on black. And he said he's been winning nonstop with this, so make sure that you watch this and really, because see, so we lost again. So we're at 5. We go to 6. So I didn't want to lose track of what I was telling you guys there, but that's a 25 red. And this is, even though things are horrible right now, this is a perfect situation to show you this, because by dropping back from the 40 back to 10, it's keeping us from losing our bankroll, and that's a 23 red. So this system would have already pretty much lost with normal play like a pro, because look how many red numbers there are on the left side, and my goodness, they're all red. So this system is going to continue to bet $10 on black, and here we go. Okay, so our loss, I believe our loss is at 10 now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 10 times 10, which is 100, and we're going to bet on opposite color for 100. And here we go. That's a 34 red, and we recovered. Now, if we played normal play like a pro there, we would have busted and lost our entire bankroll, and but we didn't. So now we're going to be on odd, because the last two are even. We're going to start back at $10. And see, we don't have any profit yet. We just recovered what we lost, but that's okay, because you're going to make a lot of money at the 10, 20, 40 level. So there's 10. Here's 20, and most of the time you're going to win at 10, 20, 40. That's a 1 red. Okay, and that's a win. So now we're going to be on 19 to 36 for 10. We're up $10. And let's start making some money. Here we go, and let's see what we get here. That's a 6 black. Okay, that's a loss. And again, it's just like play like a pro till you get to the $40 level. Now, it does set you back $30 if you do have to recover. And that's okay, because that does not deplete your bankroll. And you're going to make it up in no time. So now we're at 40. And I'll explain to you why here in a second. That's a 3 red, and we did lose again. So now we lost at 40, so we're going to go back to 10. But we stay on 19 to 36, and we start counting, and we have 4 on the loss column. That's a 12 red. We lost. Now we're at 5. Let's rebet and spin. Here we go. Now we're at 6 losses. So let's bet 10 again. And again, you're seeing why this system's so powerful. Because normal play like a pro would be getting in trouble again here. And, okay, and at the 7 mark, we won. So we're at minus 70. We're going to bet $70 on opposite color black. That's because we're going to take the number of losses times 10. And here we go. Okay, and we did not win that one. So now we take the 7 times 2, which is 14, but we go back to 10 on black. Here we go. Okay, that's a 17 black. We're at 14, so we take 14 times 10, 140 total bet on red. And spin. Let's see if we can recover it right here on red. And we did. Fantastic. So let's get back on track here. We have 2 odds, so let's go even for 10. You can see we haven't made much yet. We're only up $10, but that's because we've been losing about every spin since we started. But the good thing is we're only 5 minutes in. Now let's make some money. And it's okay if you lose at the $10 level. As long as you win at 10, 20, or 40, you're starting to make lots of profit. And normally you do get wins in that level. So now we're talking, and now we're up to 20. Let's keep building this up. The last 2 are low, 1 to 18, and black. So we can go red or 19 to 36. Let's go 19 to 36 for 10 and spin. Okay, that's a win there. That's a 25 red. Fantastic. So now we're starting to make some profit. We're up 30. And for the first time, we're going to have to spin without betting because we don't have 2 to bet against out of those 6 outside bets. And that's a 10 black. Okay, so let's spin again. We still don't have one here. Okay, that's a 19 red. Okay, we still don't have one. Let's spin again. And normally you don't have to spin without betting because there's 6 to choose from, but it can happen. And that's an 11 black. Now we have 2 odds, so we can start even for 10. We're up 30, trying to go to 40. And let's spin. And then let's talk here in a minute why it sets us back about $30 when we do lose. Okay, and I'm okay with that, and I'll tell you why here in a second. So let's spin without betting. We don't have 2 to bet against. Okay, that's a 6 black. Okay, now we have 2 evens, so we'll go odd for 10. So the reason it sets you back is because if you lose at 10, 20, and 40, that's $70. And Donald says to start at the count at 4 instead of 7. So that sets us back $30. So let's go ahead and double that from 10 to 20. And I'm okay with that because normally you're going to win a lot of times in a row with the 10, 20, 40 bet. And see, as long as you win at 10, 20, or 40, you're picking up $10 each time. So we're at 50 now. And we'll go 19 to 36 for 10. The last 3 are low numbers. That's an 18 red. And what that does by us having that little bit of a setback when you do lose at the $40 level is it makes it to where you have a better chance of not losing your bankroll with the second progression. And that's a nice win there. And now we're at $60 profit. Let's go ahead and spin. And you know, most of the systems that are really safe do have small setbacks, and it's okay if they're little. And now let's go even since the last 2 are odd. We have that 2 to bet against, and it's okay. Again, it's okay to be set back a little bit if it's small and it doesn't really affect things too much. And we'll go to 20. And again, as long as you win at the 10, 20, or 40 level, you're picking up more profit. So we just need to win one of those. But that's a 27 red, so we lost. So if we lose at the $40 level, we're still going to be able to recover, but it will set us back about $30. And that's a 0, and we did lose. So we will have a small setback, and that's okay. So remember, now the count starts we go back to the $10 bet, and the count starts at 4, not 7, even though technically we've lost $70. Okay, so now we're at 5, and we're going to continue to bet $10 on even. Okay, we got it. So we take 5 times 10, and that's a $50 bet on, let's see, it would be 1 to 18. That's because the last 2 are 19 to 36. So we took 5 times 10 to get this next bet. And that's a 30 red. We lost, so now we double the 5 to 10, and then we go back to $10.
No more bets.
So our count's now at 10. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 19 red. Okay, now our account's at 11. We're going to stay at $10.
No more bets.
Here we go. That's a 10 black there. Okay, so our count was at 11. Take that times 10. That's $110. We don't have anything to bet on right now, though, because we don't have one of those 6 outside bets. So let's, with 2 in a row, let's see what we get here. That's an 18 red. Okay, now we have 2 evens, so we can go odd, but we have to do odd for 120.
No more bets.
That's because we took the 12 number of losses times 10. And that's a 4 black. And we lost. So on the recovery, if you lose, you double it. So we're at 24 now. So we'll go odd, but we'll go back to 10 first. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 34. Okay, so let's go ahead now and we were at 24, we're at 25. So let's repeat that bet at 10. Here we go. That's a 25 red. Okay, so we take the 25 times 10, $250, and we'll be on 1 to 18 since the last two are 19 to 36. Okay, this is a $2,000 bankroll system, so we have plenty of bankroll to do this. Let's get a win. And that's a 2 black. And we recovered everything, and now we're back up $70. So now let's go ahead and spin without betting. We don't have 2 to bet against. And I know we've had a lot more losses than normal with this, but we're doing okay. We just have to start getting luck to go our way, and then we'll start making some more money. And we'll start with odd for 10 because the last two are even. And here we go. That's a 23 red. There we go. And each time you do that, each time you win at the 10, 20, 40 level, you pick up 10. We're up 80. Let's go black now for 10 since the last two are red. So basically this is just play like a pro until you get to 40, and then you start the progressive recovery system, but with a small setback to keep you from losing your bankroll. So we're going to now be on 1 to 18 for 10. We're up 90. And if you haven't seen the progressive recovery system, there's a lot of previous videos where you can check that out. But this has a combination of those two systems. So we're up $100. Let's go ahead now and spin without betting. We don't have 2 to bet against. We're 12 minutes in out of 15. And here we go. That's a 26 black. Okay, we don't have anything to bet against, so let's spin again. And here we go. Let's see, 7 red. Okay, we lost again. So, well, we didn't lose. We're just spinning until we have something to bet. So that's good. You know, it's nice when you are just anytime you're not losing, it's a good thing, right? Okay, now we have 2 odds. Let's go even for 10. We're up 100, and let's keep it rolling here. We have about 2.5 minutes left. Let's finish strong. And that's a 27 red. Okay, that's a loss. So we'll go to 20. And again, as long as you win at 10, 20, 40, you're picking up 10 bucks. That's a 33 black. And we lost. So I have a feeling we'll win at the $40 level this time because we haven't won too many at the $40 level. We keep going to level 2 and we're trying to recover. That is a 3 red. But we did. We lost again. So now we move the count to 4 and we go back to 10.
No more bets.
All right, here we go. That's a 24 black. And we finally got the win. So the count's at 4. We take 4 times 10 is 40. And we look for the next bet, which we don't have yet. And that's a 13 black. And the next bets can be red since the last 2 are black. And remember, that's going to be at $40 now because we take the 4 times 10. And that's a 16 red. And we got the win and recovered, but it does set you back about $30. We're back at $80 profit. But that helps you to keep from losing your bankroll. So now we'll start on 19 to 36 for 10 because the last 2 are 1 to 18. That's a 7 red. We lost, and we'll be at 20 here. And normally you're going to get a lot more wins than we have today at the 10, 20, 40 level. We haven't hardly got any wins at the 10, 20, 40 level, but we're still up. So let's see if we can do it here. But if we lose this one, we're just having pretty bad luck today so far. But we finally got one at the 10, 20, 40 level. And I'm telling you, you're going to win a lot of them at the 10, 20, 40 level. Let's spin without betting and find our next bet. And here we go. That's a 32 red. And let's see what we have. The last 2 are high. So we'll go 1 to 18 for 10 and spin. And again, we go 10, 20, 40. And then we change the progressive recovery system if we lose. And that's a win. So we're up $100 and we just ran out of time. So so this incredible new system from Donald made $100 in 15 minutes. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This is a combination of the progressive recovery system and Play Like a Pro combined. where the Play Like a Pro only lasts up to $40, and then you switch over to the other system. So let me know again what you think, and if you want to send a system in like Donald did, send it to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com, and we do this every single day of the week in the search for the best roulette system possible each and every day. And they're not all amazing, but the only way to find the best is to keep searching. And you guys, I really appreciate you sending these strategies in every day, and we'll keep testing them out. And hope you're enjoying that search with me. And if you are, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep growing this great community of people that love roulette. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.